There is going to be a little wind tomorrow, too. It's going to be breezy. So that could be a little bit of an issue, I guess, depending on which direction that you're running.
Is that going to be an issue? You're a runner?
What, 7:30 in the morning? It's going to be a little bit windy?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well,
It's going to be a north wind between 15 to 25. So as long as you're going south, I guess.
Yeah, just
pushing you.
Head south and take a shuttle up, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds great. Yeah, so tomorrow's going to be a little chilly. The cold front's about to move in.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Good to know.
Yeah, we do have a little bit more time. The cold front's already moved into northwest Oklahoma, but yeah, out ahead of that front, it's been pretty nice. Temperatures in the upper 60s today. We had a high of 67 in Oklahoma City, but 74 today in Arnett. We had lots of 70s in parts of western Oklahoma and lots of upper 50s and 60s in the eastern half of the state, so well above normal. Typically, this time of year, high should be in the upper 40s, and we're still above that right now. This is our Chickasha camera, part of the Lucky Star SkyCam network. 50 degrees, south-southeast wind right now at 9 miles an hour. Temperatures behind the front have fallen down into the 30s and low 40s. Still, again, the cold front's just to the north and west, so we're still holding on to the 50s for most of us in the metro, but even some low 60s still showing up to the south. So here's where the cold front is. Out ahead of it, it's more of a south to southwest wind between about 5 to 15, and gusts behind that now to the northwest between about 15 to 25. So it's just going to be a couple more hours before the cold front moves into the metro, and then behind it, eventually it's going to be that northwest wind between about 15 to 25 miles an hour, lasting through at least about mid-afternoon tomorrow. So with that being said, a breezy northwest wind, temperatures in the upper 40s, wind chills are going to be a factor again. So this wave is going to continue to move through here overnight tonight, and behind that, it's just going to be nice and cool for the weekend. But again, very seasonally cool. Again, highs in the upper 40s and low 50s all the way through Sunday. By Monday, we've got another wave moving through, but it looks pretty moisture starved right now as well. Mild temperatures back to around 60 degrees. That's going to last for a couple of days until we get this next wave to move in. That looks like it's going to move in probably sometime Wednesday evening, Wednesday night. This time, it does have a little bit of moisture, a little bit more than at least what we've seen around here lately, but still just a slight chance of rain and storms with this particular storm system. And right now, it looks like better rain chances in eastern Oklahoma. Behind it, it's going to cool down for a couple of days, and then after that, it looks nice again with temperatures climbing back into the 50s and 60s. So we have a lot of ups and downs. We have some storm systems moving through. It's just hard to find that moisture right now. So they're moving through, but they're really generally not doing a whole lot besides dropping temperatures for just a little bit. So tonight, dropping down to about 32 degrees in Oklahoma City, 30 in Ponca City, the mid and upper 20s in the northwest, and it's going to take a little longer for the cold front to move into southeast Oklahoma, so 50s and 60s still down there. Tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be a northwest wind, high of 48 degrees. Wind chills will be colder than that. Low to mid 40s across the north, still holding on to the low to mid 50s really across the south. And Sunday afternoon looking a little bit better. I think we're going to see a little bit more sun by the end of the weekend. A light wind across central and eastern Oklahoma, but in western Oklahoma, it's going to be a south wind between 10 to 20. So we will be warmer out there, mid and upper 50s, but upper 40s to low 50s in the far east, upper 50s though down there in Idabel. Monday afternoon looks even warmer, high of 62 degrees. Now that wind shifting to the south and southeast. And again, that's going to work in our favor temperature wise. Low to mid 60s in the southwest, mid and upper 50s in the northwest, and upper 50s and low 60s in the north and east. And again, kind of a mixture of sun and clouds. And that's going to be really the pattern, at least through about midweek, until we can get that next storm to move in by Wednesday evening, Wednesday night. But right now, just a slight chance of rain and storms. But it will have an impact on temperatures. We go from the 60s back to the 50s on Thursday and 40s by next Friday.